I mean, say, a Brite Lite Promotion, you know. Dan the Paul, Dan Gorgon. I'm Ninja Man, and I'm the real Ninja Man, and all my dance, all fans. Brite Lite Promotion. Promote shade through the night, shade through the day, every minute, every hour, and every second. A Brite Lite Promotion. Gorgon says so. Cut that.
Alright, Brite Lite Promotions. We got Ma Gash out of Switzerland. Introduce yourself for the people.
Yes, big up Brite Lite Promotions, madam. Yeah, the boss. This is Boss a Cat right now, representing Ma Gash from Switzerland.
Alright. You just had a big clash last night, Ma Gash versus Tech 9, Lion Roll Promotions. We're going to get into that in a minute, but before we get into that, let the people know about Ma Gash sound. I'm saying when you started, who's the members of the sound, and where people could basically hear Ma Gash playing.
Okay, so Ma Gash started in 2005 in Geneva, Switzerland, and that's where we come from, the whole of Geneva. Ma Gash currently has 8 members. There is me, Boss a Cat, there's Fire Dogs that was selected last night, there's a second MC, Killadu. We also have other selectors, Tenorak, Ayake, Fire T. That's 6 people. And then we have 2 people that are doing a lot of the back office work and a lot of the technical work too. We have to big them up, Fada, Scoop X, and Scorp. 8 members.
Alright, Ma Gash is basically known as a sound based in Switzerland, but is there like a chapter in Canada?
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, I live in Canada. I've been living in Montreal for 2.5 years now. So, of course, I'm based over there. I'm playing some dances over there. And in general, I'm dealing with all the North America dances. So if we get bookings to go play, we'll go play at Buffalo the other day. We'll go play back there again. I was in Brooklyn in December. So these kind of dates I will take, and all the dates in Canada and Montreal and Toronto. And then the crew in Switzerland will deal with all of the European dates.
All right. So the sound is based out of Switzerland. When Ma Gash basically started.
So we started in 2005. Back then we were all in high school. We were listening to reggae. Fire Dogs was actually a selector from before. He had 45s. His big brother is in one of the biggest reggae bands in Geneva. So he was into reggae from early. So he bought his 45s and he was mixing already. And the older we are friends from a long time, long before we built the sound still. And we were just going out to parties. And one day we're like, yo, man, we'll just build the sound, you know. And just start and do our own thing, and we'll keep our first dance, and you know, the rest is history.
So Ma Gash has a physical sound system based
No, we don't. No, we don't. As a matter of fact, our real name is Ma Gash Crew, not Ma Gash Sound. We don't have a sound. Very few sounds actually have a sound system in Europe. Of course, we would love to do that one day, but even if you do get a sound, you're not going to really get to use it that much because all the venues always have their own equipment. So they don't even really want you come with your sound and string it up in there.
Okay, so now, is Ma Gash more than just a DJ, a crew, a sound system? You know, traditional, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna call it a sound system. Or do you guys do musical production, anything like that on the side?
We don't produce. What else have we done on the side? We have our own radio station, our own web radio. So we've been doing that for, I think, almost 4 years now. We're very active in terms of promotion. We're basically a big promotion machine in Geneva. We have 2 regular dances, one on a Thursday called Young and Wild Thursdays, and we have our big dance that we've been keeping for 5 years now called Mad Saturday, where we brought all of the major sounds from the industry. We have a big festival that we're keeping in the summer too for our birthday. This year it's going to be crazy. It's going to be, I don't even want to tell the lineup because the official promo is not out there, but it's going to be a 3-day thing, an outdoor thing. So we're a big promotion thing too. And what else have we done? We also have our sort of line of clothing. It's sort of still on a build right now, but that's basically it.
Alright, so the reason I asked you about the production, but we're going to get back to that later on.
Okay.
2005, the sound started. When was your first sound clash and who was it against?
Our first sound clash was, the sound wasn't even a year old. It was a 45 clash. I think probably the first like 5 or 6 clashes that we had were 45 clashes. And the first clash was a thing called Geneva 45 Clash, and it was against, Jesus, this is a long time ago now.
Alright, so Let's
Alright.
fast forward from the 45s.
Okay.
Let's get to dub plates.
You want to get to the dub
You
plates?
started
Alright.
cutting dubs.
We started
When was
cutting
your
dubs right
first-
from the beginning, but we took our time. We were building.
Alright.
We never tried to go faster than where the sound was taking us. So you know, I'm also very proud to say that Ma Gash is a sound we never. People think that's what Switzerland will come from. We're rich and we have what heap of money. But you see, Ma Gash, we've never invested in the sound. We've always cut our dubs with what the sound is making, and we haven't gotten. That's why I'm saying we're building and we've been doing it at the speed that the sound has been going, and we haven't like invested our 50 grand to start building dub box at first. We just start cut tune. The more we get dates, the more we get money. I come in and spend it on dubs. And so the first dub clash that we did was probably, I think it was 4 years after the sound build. It was in 2009 against Yash Sound. That was the reigning Geneva champion. It was the Geneva clash, and we beat them in 2009. It was the first dub clash.
Okay, 2009. Whoa, so it's just been basically a couple of years. What was the first international sound you clashed against, and where was it?
So the first international clash was actually the following clash, about 6 months after that. It was in 2010. It was in New York, in Brooklyn, promoted by Super Notch, the Maccabees family, and Mikey Spectrum. I have to big them up, by the way, It was against Mountain Dew's old sound, Island Superior. Mountain Dew didn't play that night though. It was Sleepy playing, and an ex man named John Wayne, who I played Tuners Hi-Fi or Tuner Sound Station.
Okay.
And it was a fourth sound from Florida, but it never showed up, so it was just 3 of us in there.
What was your first experience like clashing in New York?
Oh my God, I never learned so much. I never learned so much like I learned in that clash. Honestly, never. Even last night, I learned a lot last night, but that was so different because, we were cutting songs. We had a lot of new tunes to play. We played them out, kind of like new tunes on regular rhythms. And then we started playing music that we thought for us was deep. And I remember people being like, because, we're a young sound too, right? And we didn't we've been building our knowledge same way. And we go in there and we played Showtime rhythm. And to us, Showtime rhythm was a rhythm that you could put up there with like the Punani or the Slang Tang, like the official. I remember everybody just looked on me and big up Yared, because me and Yared talk at the end of the class. It's like, nah man, Showtime can go on first round maybe, but it's not really like a real war rhythm as New York consider it. So it was just that's just one example, but enough thing to learn that line. It was a really, really great experience for real.
Okay, so you clashed in the Maccabees tournament. You went back to Europe. Have you ever clashed the sound from Jamaica?
I have not officially clashed the sound from Jamaica. I did a 2-hour-long dub for that with B.I.D in Clarendon. In Kellits, that was in 2012, I think now. Yeah, in October 2012.
All right, so tell us about playing in Clarendon, Jamaica.
Oh, it's wicked. It's wicked. I think Clarendon is one of the only places. So we play in Jamaica twice a year, basically. Once in the spring in Portland, which is very jiggy, and once in the fall in Clarendon. And Clarendon is wicked because it's really more like a hardcore vibes, and the people want to hear dub plate and big tune. And so the dance wasn't very crowded because that was just 3 days or 2 days after Sandy passed, and Sandy mashed up Jamaica wicked still. So to give you some idea, I think they didn't even really have current until about 10 p.m. And usually in Jamaica, the sound string up from early, and people hear about it in the whole community, and food and cooking, all these things, right? So it kind of didn't really ram up like that because of the storm, but it had a wicked vibes in there. Like there was some biker man busting some biker man forward, and about I think at 4 a.m. I just said, yo, B.I.D, so this is tune for tune now. And then from there for 4 to 6 till the sun came up, dub for dub.
Okay. Now in Europe, being from Switzerland, what are some of the other sounds in Europe that Ma Gash has clashed against, and in what clashes?
Okay, so we've clashed against Ishens recently. In Italy, we've clashed against Warrior Sound in Italy. Okay. We've clashed against Guiding Star in Switzerland. We clashed against B.I.D in Switzerland. I'm not even going to the win-lose record, and I'm just saying, we are clash. We clashed a sound named Pushman in South Italy. We clashed 5 Italian sounds in Italy, and next time I've clashed a lot in Italy.
Okay, so
yeah.
what's the scene like in Switzerland with the other sounds that you just mentioned, like B.I.D? I just recently did an interview with B.I.D, and they spoke on Ma Gash. So what's that? Is there a rivalry brewing between Ma Gash and B.I.D. we could look forward to two Switzerland sounds, or is it just everybody on the bill together?
Now we gotta get down to the thing right now. Yeah, well. So, yes, of course, there's a rivalry between Ma Gash and B.I.D. You see, the thing, B.I.D. is not really playing out. You see, that's the difference. It's like B.I.D. is really a war sound, but B.I.D. hasn't been active for the past year. We don't really see them. And we play out every weekend, whether it's Geneva or other places in Switzerland or Europe. We really play out Friday, Saturday, weekend after weekend. So, in terms of the hardcore soundman them and like Clash fans in Switzerland, yes, there is a rivalry because they know B.I.D's been doing pretty good in New York and in their other clashes in Europe too, and they know we've been doing good, and so people want to kind of see, and we have to put Magic Tooth in there too, you know, because Magic Tooth has been doing pretty good too, so they would want to see this happen. But in terms of really like the people in Switzerland that just go out, they're going to hear more about us because we play out a lot more. So it's really, the rivalry I would say is really more, sometimes I feel like the rivalry is bigger in the sound fraternity, even outside of Switzerland than really like in Switzerland.
Okay. Now, who are some of the sounds in Europe that you are looking forward to clashing, that you want to step across to get to the #1 sound in Europe?
I mean, I don't really pick and choose. I don't care. I said it last night in the clash, and I really mean it. I never turn down a clash. I never turn down a clash. I have one price, and my price is the CM, no matter who me a clash. So anybody, I'm always, you know, I'm always willing to clash anybody. Now, like, of course, I think the big sounds that we would really need to clash in Europe right now is Supersonic, which actually will happen this August. It's on a festival, so it's not really going to be a sort of hardcore traditional clash, but it's going to be on Keep It Real Jam and Big Up the Whole Keep It Real promotion. It's going to be Supersonic and Ma Gash. We would have to clash Heavy Hammer at some point too. That would be nice. And a lot of other sounds too, you know. We're willing to clash Herbalize It if them stop run. A lot of them.
Paul!
Sultan, now for you and I'm a boss.
Alright, so now we're going to fast forward to the dance that I would say put Ma Gash on the map internationally. This was last year?
Last October,
year.
Yeah.
LP versus Ma Gash in Trinidad. Was that your first time in Trinidad?
That was my first, yes. No, I went there as a kid, because my mom actually grew up in Trinidad, and I went there as a kid as a tourist. So I had been to Trinidad, but I was maybe 7 or something. So it was my first time.
So musically, it
was definitely my first time. Yeah, man.
Okay. There's some misconceptions about the dance. I'm saying this is your chance to clear it up. Let us know in your own words what happened that night in Trinidad.
There's no misconception for anybody that was in the dance. It's very clear. People just say what they want to say. That's okay. But everybody that was there know exactly what happened. We played the first round, and we got a few small fouls in the first round and then didn't do too good, and LP came up and played a solid first round and won it. You know, fear. And then the second round we came back up and got some very big fouls, upon a Taurus custom first, and then upon some other customs and some arguments. We got some very big fouls, and then it's true, I'll say we kind of boiled down towards the end of the round. But and then it was LP's second round, then play and then flop. So we won second round. And Chronics was running Trinidad and then play a lot of Chronics and flop the Chronics. So that was kind of a turning point in the clash.
Who was on the mic from LP?
It was at that point it was Killa D mixing and Polly talking.
Okay. At any point in the night did they make the switch from selectors and
yes,
MCs?
they did. That came when did that come? I think yeah, we were playing first.
Okay,
I think it was in the middle of the third round, because after that, you see, after they flopped the second round, we came out in the third round and played the Gully Marathon and all these songs and flattened the place. And then after that, I think they played their round, and through the middle of the third round, they switched up Polly and Killa D, who was talking and who was mixing, to try to get a
So who
energy.
was mixing for LP and who was talking when they made the switch?
They just switched it. So
right.
yeah, Puma was there. He was coming every now and then. He would come to the stage and like talk to the selector, and then but he didn't really get involved in terms of playing the sound.
Okay, so now, what was that experience like clashing against LP? That would have been, to this point, the biggest sound
Oh
You
yeah,
clashed.
that was the biggest clash
So
we did by
what
then.
was the experience like clashing a sound like LP with, you know, the dead artists, you know, a well-built box, established 83? What was that experience like going into the clash?
That was rough because LP is one of the sounds. There's not too many of them, you know. That yes, they have all the old songs, but it's not like you're clashing a Silverhawk that has the old songs but that has nothing new. LP has the old songs, but them have all heap of new tunes same way. So it was very hard. It was like there's not really, from we were thinking about it, and there wasn't really one aspect of LP's box that we could work around. To us, they had everything. So what we did and what we always do is we said, listen, like Trinidad, we're coming to play our style. And we did that. We played Roman Virgo, Taurus, right, like Conscience, Movado. The artists from our generation that we rate, and we just stayed true to ourselves and did that, and it worked.
Okay, with that being said, is that something that Ma Gash try to do at all times, where
Yes.
you play to your generation gap?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Because listen, even me say Bounty Killer, I'm a DJ too and everything, and we have whole heap of Bounty Killer. Even look at Tech 9, how much Bounty Killer them have. You see, it no matter, as a son from this generation, you can go cut an old artist and cut as many as you want. You will never be, you can never, even if we cut 600 Bounty Killer tomorrow, do you think people will look at me as a Bounty sound like they look King Adis or B.I.D? No, never. That not gonna work. So what we do, yeah man, and we play the artists from our generations, you know.
Okay,
Conscience,
so-
what was from Day One, and Movado, and Taurus Rhythm, and General, and Roman Virgo, and Assassin, and these artists.
So who would you say is Ma Gash artist?
According to New York, I would say Movado. Yeah, Movado, I'm a general, and I'm a singer about myself anyway, stand up, man. Movado, Taurus Riley, Conscience, and these are not just artists that we rate, and they're artists that we've met a lot of times personally, and then know us on sort of on a personal level too. So I would say definitely these three artists.
Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the clash in Trinidad for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I want to clear up all the rumors. There was a rumor on the internet saying that you were a part of the promotion. Is that correct?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Now, is there some form of relationship with you and the promoter of that clash?
Absolutely not. He just linked me one day on Facebook and said, yo, I heard about your sound, I want to do a clash. Big up Father Troy, you know. And I'll say this right here, you know, rest in peace to my brother Bevan, you know, because one of the two promoters from the LP clash very sadly passed away yesterday. And so I just want to, you know, rest in peace, my general, you know.
Okay, so with that being said, there was some controversy at the end of that dance where they said the promoter got involved and swayed the crowd to do what he wanted to do. Let's clear up the end of that dance. What happened? How many rounds did LP and Ma Gash go in Trinidad?
Okay, so we played 4 rounds. They won the first one, and we won the next 3.
Okay, so it was 3-1
Yes.
into the rounds.
Yes.
Going into 2 for 2.
Yes.
What happened?
So basically, before I started even playing my 4th round, I came up there and already like 3 or 4 people in the audience were shouting, "Lock off!" So I said, then people, calm down enough. By the way, it was supposed to be 5 rounds. You know, there was a 5th round that we never even played. There was supposed to be one more 10-minute round. And that's why, like, the other day somebody posted up a Tarantula custom, this in Killady, that we didn't even get to play it because it was supposed to be one more round. So basically what happened is I told the people, alright, listen, uno I talk about lock off. Listen, if one more round I done the place, and if them come up after and flop, we lock them off. That sound fair? I asked it very clearly. Everybody there said, yeah man, it's fair. And then we played around, we done it. We play some bad song towards the end and just flatten the place. And so when I say LP, you say lock off 3 times, crystal clear. Everybody said lock off, and that was it.
Okay, so the promoter basically
Okay, yeah, yeah. And then what happened is that, kind of like last night, LP didn't accept it. So at first they kind of just, there was like maybe a few minutes of floating where nothing really happened, and then Polly started coming, and him and Killady started coming and said, no, tune for tune. Yeah, they didn't even ask about the 5th round. Said tune for tune. and the people just said no, no, no. And at that point, I don't really know exactly what happened between them and the promoter, but at some point, some words got thrown, I think by Killa D or something like that, and then it kind of got out of hand. But I would say that situation really resulted from the fact that they were not accepting what was happening, and so it was not only like the beef wasn't like sort of with the promoter. There was like, you know, like, I don't know, 10 people that kind of went on stage and were like, yo, lock off, like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of the situation. Tell you the truth, I just took my bottle of Henny, I went in the crowd and I was drinking with some people. I was just chilling, you know. But so I can't tell you all the details, but some words got thrown and then it kind of got out of hand.
Okay, after that, I saw a flyer with Ma Gash Intl playing in Canada. So what's the relationship with you
We're
being
good
based
enough.
in Canada and Polly?
We're good enough. Big up Polly, you know. Polly, I'm a friend, man. Big him up still, you know.
Okay.
And we're going to play that dance. It was actually kind of funny because the next sound from Montreal actually ran in upon LP at that dance. But we had fun. It was a good night, and yeah.
Okay, so we fast forward this year.
Mm-hmm.
You had a clash recently in Europe against Shanks.
Yes.
I heard it was a close clash. I didn't get the opportunity to listen to that clash as yet, but you didn't win that clash. But where was that clash?
That clash was in Italy,
Okay.
in a town called Padova, which is like northeast Italy.
Okay.
I wasn't there. It was our other MC Killadu that was dealing with that. It was, I think, his third clash, and I really have to big him. I'm real proud of him because he did a great job. It's not easy to clash an Italian sound in Italy. You know, they had fans there for sure. It was their big comeback after 6 years. And I think it was a great clash, and everybody that was there got really entertained from beginning till end. So
I heard that's one of the more entertaining clashes so far this year. So we're gonna fast forward to last night.
mm-hmm.
Ma Gash versus Tech 9.
Yes.
Let us know in your words what you think happened last night.
Well, we locked them off, you know. If I have to, you know, summarize it, that's it. We ended up locking off Tech 9 after the 4th round. I mean, yeah.
Did you expect that going into the dance? What was you expecting from your competition last night?
So if you heard the songs that I played towards the end, was I prepared for that. I thought it would be a possibility, and no disrespect to Tech 9, but they do flop sometimes. So I was saying, all right, if they do flop, we need to like capitalize on that and lock them off. So I thought it would be a possibility, but it wasn't like we were going to lock them off necessarily. But we were prepared in case it was going in that direction. We were prepared for that.
Okay, so break down the clash last night. I heard 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Break down the clash last night in your perspective.
Okay, so the first round, there was kind of some confusion because we were supposed to play an additional 30 minutes intro round that got caught short because the dance started about 10 past 1 instead of 12. So we just legoed that round, but then there was kind of some confusion. I guess the first round was some kind of mix between the intro round and the first round. Tech 9 played with no microphone at all. Montana didn't talk, it was just Ace playing songs. Trying to burn out all our songs, which I have to say they did a great job at because, yeah, they really cut through the rounds that we had prepared. So they just went through and they didn't really get any forwards. Just play a song, one tune, get rid of some song, and boom. And then I came up and I took the mic and I started talking for about 3 or 4 minutes and got some big forwards right there. And then started playing music and got some big forwards for the first maybe 20 minutes of the round. And then we kind of just say, all right, we win that first round anyway and just cruise to the last part.
Okay, so after hearing Tech 9's warm-up round, were you worried about later on going on?
To be honest, a little, yeah. Okay. A little. I guess they had studied us well, and they really burned a lot of songs. And a lot of our anthems too, you know, not just some songs that we were planning to play, a lot of our anthems. So, it's not really so much in terms of amount of tunes, but it's the impact of the tunes. So they got rid of a lot of big impact songs. So yeah, a little worried, I'd say.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the official first round that was judged in the clash. Do you think you won that first round that was judged?
The first one that was judged?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Okay. And the crowd did.
I didn't win it. I didn't win it.
Okay.
I didn't win it. That was their round.
What do you think happened in that round that you lost that round?
I think I fucked up the start. I had a very big Kevin Lloyd custom that I probably didn't introduce the right way. I also got a lot of boos right from the top there. I think Tech 9 had some people supporting him that gave us a hard time right from the start. Right from I started making my first speeches, I got some big boos, which kind of, it was kind of rough to deal with. So we had prepared some things for the beginning of the round to bust the place, and it didn't really work. Then we started going through a run. We built some momentum, and we got some good forwards throughout the middle part of the round. But then we kind of boiled down a little bit towards the end. You know, maybe with some big forwards towards the end, we could have made a difference and flip it over. But I guess we didn't manage to do that, and so yeah, they definitely took the second round, or the first judge round.
Okay, so the first judge round, Ma Gash is down 1. Tech 9 got the round.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the second and third round, which is technically the third and fourth round.
Right. Okay, let's call them second and third.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay. The second round.
Mm-hmm.
The Jerusalem rhythm, the gully round.
Yeah.
Was that planned that you held on to those tunes for that specific
Yes.
round?
Yes. I was not gonna go out there and play them too early. If you realize, we had a new Movado on it. Was said Ma Gash Yamara Tandem Apri, and that got a gigantic forward, and we were kind of planning for them to address that a lot and to get rid of songs, and then so we wanted to come hard in the third round with the Jerusalem.
Did you expect New York to give you that reaction?
Honestly, as big as that, no. Because from the rhythm drop, we got the forward. I was like, okay, I really appreciate the love.
Okay, now, earlier I asked you a question about production, and this is why, because I know that rhythm is an Alpha Bondi tune.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
I never heard it in dancehall until you guys played. Were you the first sound to play that?
Absolutely not. By the way, big up Mike from High Pressure Sound. Is a young sound. He gave me the rhythm in the first place. I think Civilize was the first to cut dubs on that rhythm. I think in about 2007. And so I think they played it at Rhythm Clash at some point or something like that. It got known in Europe, but never like big like that either. But it got known in Europe, and we started cutting on it in 2010 maybe, 2010, 2011, and we built it up slowly, and then we started you know, the truth is, we've been busting that rhythm from before the LP dance. Like when we go to Jamaica, we'd play those songs with like On The Rock and The Life of a G, and get big forwards and have soundmen from over there come to us and ask us about the rhythm. I remember playing it in Buffalo also like 2 years ago and getting big forwards. So we've been pushing it from before, but it really got the international, like the worldwide exposure in Trinidad.
Okay, so the second round, they judged it, they gave it to Ma Gash. Did that round give you any boost of confidence, or made you feel like the dance was yours at that point in time? Mm-hmm,
absolutely, because from I saw that they didn't really do too good in the third round. I was like, okay, I mean, this is our time. You know, it's actually the same thing that happened against LP. You know, it's kind of the same kind of thing. It's like we saw that they didn't do too good, and like we were like, okay, this is our time now to make a big impact. And when we finished that round and saw the big forwards that we had throughout the round, we were pretty confident at that point.
Okay, so the third round, which was the last round of the dance by the crowd's response, you introduced a new rhythm.
Yes.
Let us know about that rhythm. Where did that rhythm come from?
That rhythm is it's a song from Mikey Dread called Roots and Culture. It's a wicked song. And yeah, we've been thinking about that rhythm for a minute still, and how to really voice songs upon it. And I guess that was one of our plans for the night, is we were expecting Tech 9 to either burn out Jerusalem or have Olipa things planned against Jerusalem. So we just figured, all right, listen, we're going to bust a new sort of what I would call an anthem rhythm, right, in New York. And so we cut, I don't know, we played a lot of songs on it last night.
Yeah, I want to give you credit for that, because usually when a sound say they bust a rhythm or a tune, truthfully it's not played enough to say sounds bust that tune or that rhythm. Last night you guys played a lot of songs on that one rhythm, and gradually you got the response you was looking for. So at the end of that round, again they voted, they gave it to Ma Gash.
Attack! Them finna see the turf president and the resident representing Ma Gash International. Them finna see so the same thing go straight up. The Swiss killing machine, some boy finna watching a tenor rock, big up yourself watching up. I care, Bassa cap them finna see so the same thing set up. And boy, them can't go around that. Watching up, killer, attack, peace, yo, bomber clout. I'm a fuck we are kill Tech 9 to you know. Hey. Tech 9 get locked off in New York again. Yeah, peace. That sound just get kicked night and day. Them fi park it. Tech 9 is a sound where nobody rate. Not even in them one town. Them fi move the sound to New Jersey. Bassa cat I go beat them bad till everything dead. Big up the whole of the Queens man them well prepared. Tech 9 you will get buckle out a year. Every week so we kill sound, dust them, everything dead. Them know say them cannot go round, we will well prepare. Tech 9 you will get buckle out a year. Bassa cat a blaze the lighter. Mr. when we are like streets, I fi big up the hothead dogs. In a New York we kill some grubs, and me burning out the bad man. See the whole of them a pray, but we yet can't cool. Attack! None of them can beat we. Hey, Bassa cat them finna so the thing set up, you see, watch now. Ma Gash, attack! Yeah, them think them tougher than think them rougher than none of them out they can't stop we. When the father back a sound long line, entourage no, you know, so that's not we. Hey, anyway, me step big, girl follow me, and enough of them a stalk and a rush me. Yes, we chat with the girls, when I swim, when I surf, when I step seriously. Peace, attack! Yeah. And Ma Gash, me say kill sound once again. Yeah. Touch the road well, fresh, clean night and day. Whenever we rollin', Tech 9 them a lose this clash again. Even in a them one town, them fi move the sound go to attack. Hey, my gosh, so we kill sound, kill them, everything dead. Attack, representing Ma Gash International. Them fi know say so the thing set to see. Swiss killing machine, them fi know. Tenor rock, them fi know see. Killer do, fire team, Bassa cat, attack.
Once again, Ma Gash, Tech 9, very exciting dance last night. Definitely one that's going to be talked about. I want to big up the promoter for that dance. Introduce yourself.
Yeah man, I'm Monk from Lion Road Entertainment, you know?
Alright, Monk, you are no stranger to the sound clash scene. I know you got your sound, you promoted other dancers before. Just let the people know what you're doing and what they can look forward to with your promotion. Well,
right now, it's all about giving the people them some good clash. Because my thing is built around sound clash, you know? And first thing, I have to big up my fellow clash promoters. Tech 9, Andrew Digital, Faithful Blast, and whoever try to push this thing to a level. You understand me? Because whether we like it or not, this is a dying art form. And we have to keep pushing it. And right now, I try to keep push it to a positive level where people can come out and get some entertaining clash like the one we did last night, Tech 9 versus Ma Gash.
Alright, what made you draw for Ma Gash sound for this clash?
Well, after the LP clash, I'm going to say Jano, LP is the king of New York, technically. You understand me? And for
I'll go there.
And for a sound come and lock off LP, not just win, but lock off LP. You know what I say? And I'm hearing the clash and they were very entertaining. And then we draw for Tech 9, who is a hard-working sound in New York, one of the baddest sound in New York. And I figure say, okay, two of them together, two young sound, full of new tune, creativity, it would be very entertaining.
Alright, you're not only drawing for who I would say is the top tier sounds in the business, because you did a clash earlier this year that was well talked about too. Tell us quick fast about that one.
Yeah, it's a tri-borough clash between Young Ark, King Fargo and Loveline.
So me I say, a lot of them sound you know really get booked for a big clash, and me come in and me I try put them in. Because everybody deserve a chance. You understand me? And like I said, the clash was good. I'll keep moving on, and enough other young songs we can put together and put in the clash world.
Alright, so we looking forward to that. Before we sign off, Brite Lite Promotions, just give me your information, where people could link B.I.D. Where people could link Ma Gash, where people could link Monk Line Raw Entertainment in the future if they trying to do anything with y'all.
You go first, boss.
Yeah, Line Raw Entertainment, you can log on to www.linerowentertainment.com. You understand me? We're on the Facebook. I want to big up the team, FT Reckless. So me I say DJ Father and DJ Superpower. So me I say, look out for the next clash, September. Trust me, it's mad.
Yeah, man. Before we just say anything, I want to big up Monk for the promotion of the clash, because yeah, man, it take a brave heart to promote Sound Clash nowadays, you know. So we want to keep it up, man. And considering Ma Gash, you can just find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Ma Gash International, or www.magashcrew.com, radio.magashcrew.com, a radio station, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Madden, big up yourself for the interview, you know.
Yeah, man, Brite Lite Production.
Murder.
90s, man. Say, bless.
Bless.